Hello everyone, I am Myzaluk, and I am super enthusiastic to be here for Battle 137 of the Promethean Directive Season 2, where we have a massive North Spoke Alliance fleet attacking Midway Island neutral area, including 2 brick cities, and defended by ships of the Visvin Commonwealth and Eternal Kingdom of Mjaltir. With the exception of that little intro there, the rest of this will have a voiceover. And this was quite the battle. It ran for like 2 hours, and near the end of that time period, oh yeah, that guy immediately crashed and burned and decided to despawn it, I believe. Although I'm not sure when we reached that point. This battle ran comically long and at a pretty slow speed throughout, and was also part of an influence on some rule changes that happened, just like the last one. But there were a number of issues with it, including the fact that this battle was so large that it stressed FTD to the point where it crashed the thread controlling all of the local weapon controllers that were used by the North Spoke, as well as hindering their movement in a way that took about half an hour for us to notice and diagnose. And that was after about 10 minutes in game is how long that took. So after that, we ended up just pausing the battle and saying what damage was done, and the fleets split up at that point in time. This battle also featured some concerns for me about and others about the legality of some of Mabaraba's designs, like those guys, which spawn and then, as you can see, evade or move in an evasive pattern their sub-objects. And had I seen that blueprint before the battle, it would definitely not have been approved, the Enox. Because it's not only getting passive evasion from circling, but it's also actively evading for the missile drones by making them do that weird movement there. And also the fact that it, spawns them in and then keeps repairing them throughout is problematic. Their only saving grace that they actually do detach after 10 minutes. But obviously it took twice the time of this in-game recording to get there. Thankfully, I split the in-game recording about halfway through, and the second one did not survive. I don't remember if it corrupted or if I closed the game out before stopping it and caused it to corrupt in that way. But either way, the second half of the battle did not survive in-game, but fortunately most of that half included the local weapon controllers not working, so it was kind of worthless. But I'll just do a voiceover for the first 5 minutes that I did record, and then I may patch some parts on from the live recording, or I may not. You'll find out in about 2 minutes. Or less if you look at the length of the video on YouTube. Yeah, when I recorded this, it was a day when I was already tired of the war and the number of battles we had to run. And this really did not help my feeling that a lot of this was just a waste of time. Oh yeah, you've also got those guys constantly flashing. Half their drones is health below 80 and sinking because they just rotate them in and out of the water. It was kind of a cool battle to watch, though. There was a lot of stuff happening. Tons of craft, tons of flashing lights. A decent showing for everyone involved, and it was cool to see a battle involving some people from the southern half of the map that wasn't a complete sweep, or involving both southern and northern nations that wasn't a complete sweep. I'm pretty sure that Mjaltir and Visvin had a pretty good outcast, or at least a decent outcast if you consider the fact that that big Mabaraba craft immediately dunked itself. So that helped them out, but they still did a good showing for themselves. But yep, that's the end of the recording that I have, so thank you all for watching this part. And I'll keep working on video uploads.